D-A-N-N-I-E.
Oh yeah, we have even less people. Huh?
Okay. Okay, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed lunch. All good to go. Awesome. Okay, so I'm Danny, as you know.
And I'm Kevin. Okay, so we will be asking you guys a series of questions. And you guys will either answer or you will answer. And we will clarify as you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going to answer here or here in correspondence to the response option.
Outside or out?
Out or out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, first question. You get to choose your new best friend. Your best friend can either be Tigger or Piglet.
So Tigger or Piglet?
Wait, both the different ones. Tigger's out?
Tigger or Piglet.
Oh.
Not bad. So just make note of your responses. Just keep that
And just keep a mental count.
in. So we're going on a big family trip to Disneyland California Adventure. What ride are you going to go on first? You're going to go on California Screamin' or California Soarin'? Just to be clear, California Screamin' is a roller coaster, and then California Soarin' is just like the tour.
Screaming is out. Soaring over California is out. So, you want a roller coaster or you want a motion picture?
The motion. You can smell things.
Oranges.
Yeah.
Delicious.
After this week is over.
What? They're taking it out?
They're changing it. It's going to be soaring over the world.
Sorry.
Oh, for sure.
So did we all get our, are we all
We're good?
have our distinct options? Okay. So the next one. So, Chuck Fenster and Stu Pickles both need a babysitter, but you have a lot of homework and you can only babysit one kid. So are you going to babysit Tommy Pickles or Chucky Fenster?
Tommy
They're gonna run,
or
right?
Chucky?
Yeah.
Yep. Tommy or Chucky?
Chucky's the crazy one or Tommy's the crazy one?
He's the one with the allergies.
Tommy is the bald one. That's out. Chucky is the redhead.
The
That
cute
is up.
shy one.
Chucky.
He's like a year and a half.
Oh.
So did we all go over?
Alright, do we all have our answers locked in? We're good?
Okay, so now you're at the animal shelter. And you get to choose a dog, but your landlord's only going to let you take one into your apartment. So you get to choose to either take Courage the Cowardly Dog or Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Just Clifford you mentioned.
Clifford? Courage.
Easy.
Clifford or Courage? We good?
Joe had like a little slide in there. Alright, last one. So it's election day, right? We gotta choose a president.
Oh god.
So you can either vote for Bugs Bunny or Porky.
So Bugs Bunny or Porky?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the second one? Bugs Bunny.
Bugs
Or
Bunny
Porky the
or
Pig.
Porky? Porky the Pig?
That's all, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
no.
no. Little Piglet. Yeah. So Bugs or Porky?
Oh, yeah.
Good. All right. So, do you guys have your mental tally of what you guys got? All right. If you guys chose more out, come sit right here.
So there are 5 questions, so you're gonna
Out of
have
the 5 questions, if you guys pointed your hands out, come here.
How many questions was
5 for 5.
There's 5. No, sit down. Take a seat.
Actually,
And then if you guys chose more up, come right here.
I'm gonna.
I was
Yeah.
out there, but I know
I was very close.
All right.
I'm gonna kick the video.
Now, with your groups, based on your responses, that hopefully you guys remember, based on your responses, discuss why you responded the way you responded to the questions. Why did you choose your characters in both groups? So, talk it out, talk amongst each other. What triggered you to respond that way? Or choose the characters you chose in the activities you chose. You guys have 2 or 3 minutes to discuss.
That's not good.
It could be. Why are you doing this? I've been told that.
So,
I like Clifford.
One was introvert, one was extrovert.
You would
And
I choose you.
I
I choose
tried to
you.
answer
So
like,
each of your groups, one of your groups is
What's the two?
introvert, and then the other group's extrovert. So you're supposed to speak which one you think you are, which group you think you're in, and then say why. Why you think you're that group. You're either an extroverted group or an introverted group.
that one introvert is screaming, and so that's why like, I'm drawn toward those things. Also, I think getting older and more tired. And so,
The thing I did do was I did use soaring.
also,
instead of
soaring over, no, screaming over
Yeah, because
California.
because I like to
Seen that
soar.
well,
Yeah, I don't like to scream.
Like I've only been 4 times to that location. And 5 times to work, so.
Have you been on the road?
Oh.
So and also soaring is just nice.
Oh yeah, then I really like screaming, but like I want to soar first and have that relaxation, and then go into like the heavy stuff.
Heavy stuff?
Yeah, especially if it's gonna be gone forever. So
It's like
Yeah.
my big thing.
I think you have a bias.
I mostly actually
true, true, true. Could be worse.
I
And
think even now our conversation is a bit extra.
and maybe that's because
So let's joke.
Alright, so
Coach, wait, you're next.
Oh, I must have gotten mixed up.
Yeah. Like me.
I have like a,
I
on a
balance
scale.
like my life with my happy.
I can see that.
So you have about 1 more minute.
I like that. Sorry, I'm
I'm like-
taking notes.
Yeah, well, we picked up on that.
Yeah, this was the introvert.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
alright, so are we good? It seems like everyone's coming to the hush.
So happy.
Huh.
Alright,
You know, if there's
so-
one that says music.
everyone in each group choose a person, a brave contestant, to summarize everything you guys have just said. And say it out loud. So, choose someone to summarize what you guys discussed in the group. So,
President of the Extrovert Society for Extroverts.
alright,
Okay.
alright, I guess we will have you guys go first then.
We
I'm sorry. Yes.
we are extroverts because all of the decisions that we made are based on. We really like Tigger because he's like crazy and out there, very extroverted. Some people I picked Soren because I didn't want to miss Soren, so like that was the only thing. But like Soren could be considered extrovert, even though yes, screaming technically was extrovert. What would you call us? Like what did you want?
What you guys talked about? Yeah, you're right. But you hit a good point too that you guys can be extroverts or mainly extroverts. However, you guys have a little bit of that introversion with you, which is what you answered. So I have a California, which is that.
No, it's just
All right, over here. What'd you guys talk about?
So we actually talked about like what we chose and why, and like I actually mostly picked things that would put me in like that group, but I came over here because I was like, well, it's only Kristen and me, so I was like, I know I'm an introvert, I'll just be over here. And she actually mostly picked introverted like characters or like things, but we thought it was interesting because the reasons that we both picked those things were because like we felt that as either an extrovert or an introvert, we primarily picked the other thing because like that's what we were drawn to because it might be something that we don't have.
We have to find balance in our lives.
That's nice. That's good. That's good. I like that. All right. So here's another question I'm gonna throw out to you guys. When it comes to planning an event, how are introverts and extroverts different? And also think, how are introverts and extroverts similar? Yes, amongst your groups.
Are they different?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you.
I was
Yeah.
just saying introverts probably go along with what the extroverts would
Should
say.
I do like time to get through?
No.
They would believe and the
Okay.
introverts would just kind of go with.
I feel as though
Yeah, I mean, I just thought they would do
they say different spaces for processing,
to like more people and then
Or,
other
like,
just being like on
and me as an extrovert, I externally process, and my best ideas come through Nepal,
Yeah.
just going. And I always tell people 90% what I say is crap, and 10% is gold. So you just gotta it's right there. Whereas I think introverts, they process it, and then the 10%, they don't say very much. What they do say, it matches 10%. We just get,
Makes sense.
yeah, I think people have great ideas, come about it.
And it's just like the way it comes out. So when you're in a certain process, like everyone can be pretty.
Introverts can be very
Like,
effective and
like I guess in my case, like my brainstorming process is like no one's really privy to it until like I feel like it's right, you know, and then I start mentioning my things.
I
I think they're similar.
If there is an event, it'd be like the performers maybe of the event, whereas the introverts are the ones
I think
that
that's one
are
people and want to get good
working
ideas out.
maybe not so much in the limelight, but they're still working behind the scenes in a sense.
I would always hesitate to say that.
So, but like maybe I think they both the way they plan the event it might be
Yeah.
similar depending on the person who I don't know if like
Like
really
the where you get your energy from to do that.
So do they plan similar? I'm kind of thinking about it. I guess my question is, as an extrovert versus as an
I think it's
introvert,
more to know
how do I,
extroverts.
what part
You're
of
extroverted
the
doesn't
party
mean you
do I
don't like
start
alone
playing first as an
me
extrovert?
time.
I feel like I start playing very different things.
Like we were eating lunch and I was like, I really want to go in a corner and just like sit by myself for
Or
5
having
minutes.
like very technical pieces.
Yeah.
I feel like the extroverts looking at a variety of others, more socially based, kind of interactive type pieces.
It's like for me, it's
I feel like that's
more
individual because I think you can have a very like good or like very engaging introvert, you know, that just doesn't draw their energy that way. So I feel like the way they plan, I mean, that would be, I feel like getting into more colors rather than introvert versus
Extrovert.
But I don't know.
My developed introvert is getting so much stronger. I think it definitely comes with age.
Alright, show a thumbs up when you guys feel like you guys are done.
Myself, and I was forced to like myself. I was like, damn, I'm cool. I want to you know? Which I feel like is an introverted thought. Like, you want you time.
So I think that
How they recharge.
How that too. Yeah. Like I'll be like totally on an extroverted event to recharge. I need my own time, or just like a little bit.
the things that just job.
Sometimes where it's sometimes I need to give up if it's super high and just I'm so grown up. Myself, but for the most part, I want to I want to bring it. It's my house. I want that's just training for myself sitting there thinking in my head. So it's
Confident?
Yeah.
Alright. Is this group feeling confident?
Yeah.
Alright, so my lovely assistant will be recording your guys' ideas and thoughts. Alright, so let's go back and forth, back and forth. We'll start over here. So, extroverts, what's a bullet point you guys have to add? What makes you guys think in playing?
okay,
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
Vocal.
You guys have to be out there, like, have an idea. Let's try this, right?
And you all are welcome to add two differences in extroverts.
Yes.
Oh.
We said, I guess like what we were talking about in the end, where it's like where you get your energy from is kind of like where we see a lot of that distinction. So like if you're introverted, you get your energy from like being alone and being able to take breaks from hanging out with other people. Whereas if you're extroverted, a lot of that energy that you get is from being around other people.
So best ideas come
Self-source
from
of energy, or your best
best ideas come from like alone time.
Having time to process things,
Yeah.
getting things done on your own first before you take them out to everyone else. Yeah. Right over here.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
External thought process. So not only do we want our voices to be heard, but in order for me to get my best ideas out, I have to talk it out, even if it's to a wall. Like I just need to say stuff out loud.
You have to verbalize things.
Otherwise, in my head, it could explode.
Gotcha. Anything you guys would like to add?
What about your thought process? What are your source of thoughts?
I'm sorry. Can you move the external thought over to the extrovert?
Oh, you're saying that's
yeah.
right here.
I'm naturally an extrovert, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I see.
I need that. I mean, I like to do like, I don't know if you've ever seen this show House, but like how they like solve issues. That's like how I need to solve problems. Like I need to like be talking. Okay, like yeah, like a brainstorm. Like that's how I work. Because then when I hear other people talking and engaging, that's when I'm like, oh, that makes sense, and I think about it better. Whereas if I'm just talking to myself or to a wall, it doesn't go so well.
Sometimes people
So
just
engaging,
refuse to listen to me,
they're
so
very-
I'll only do that class.
So comedy, you say, is like engaging. You're very
Yeah.
engaging.
Yeah, I'd say with engaging with others is how I process. That's it.
Do you guys believe that you guys take ideas from others to help your own? Like when engaging with other people? Right. Now, how are you guys similar? What makes you two, basically, how can you guys come together? How do you guys fit together as a puzzle piece? Introverts and extroverts.
We discussed how we're similar because we both want to be valued and we both want to have successful ideas. We come in with a similar goal.
So feeling valued.
How you two are similar, or how?
This is how introverts and extroverts are similar.
So just the
So I
idea of
feel-
feeling valued,
Yeah.
or ideas being valued, or
You wanna
ideas
be
being
heard.
accepted. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
They're both leaders.
Was that word?
Leaders. Two versions of leaders. One may be more quiet, one may be more vocal. However, both ideas are very valid. When looking at a whole.
I think all people have a drive for acceptance. So even though introverts derive energy from being alone, it doesn't mean that they don't want to be with people or be accepted by other people around them.
Any final thoughts? We're good? Alright, so let's make a big circle here in the center.
Oh, how'd that happen?
Oh no. So generally we just learn like two different scopes of introvert and extrovert. Do we see this in any of the other activities that we do here at the show? Just learning about different personalities and how they play into things that we do, like doing an activity or doing an event.
I think everything we do is perceived as extroverted. It's because everyone's performing out all the time when you're in front of a group. It's hard to find that piece of. If you're an introvert and I'm an extrovert, so I'm projecting this, but if you're an introvert, I think it's hard to find the time to be able to re-energize when you're at anything that we do. Like I said yesterday, we're almost always on, so it's hard.
Here
We were talking about this yesterday, but like on breaks is really telling of like introvert versus extrovert, because some people just like to like go like even be on their phone just to like kind of recharge. But I think part of what the rule was like on breaks connect with people, and like that kind of goes against an introvert. Like for me, I do recharge from like my own time. So like on breaks, it's kind of like a good time for me to just be like in my own world, just to, like get my energy back. But the rules said like we should be connecting with people the whole time, even on breaks. So I think breaks are a good time to see like that in action and seeing like how people are using their time.
I'm not trying to. Wait, come back to me. I'm just talking about six.
Do we see another hand for activism? Okay. So we're learning about personalities of introverted and extroverted, and obviously this connects to leadership mosaics. But what ways is this different from leadership mosaics?
leadership mosaics, every one of the colors can be an extrovert or introvert. You know, so you don't divide. This transcends leadership. I don't know if I use transcends in the right way. Transcend. I'm gonna period after any color can be an extrovert, introvert.
Here.
Yeah, that's it.
So basically, what I think you're trying to say is like our introversion and extroversion exist throughout the colors. So there can be an introverted orange, or an extroverted blue, or an extroverted green. And how exactly, like, what would give me an example of how, like, an idea. So, like you said anybody can be. So if you can think of like an example that wouldn't necessarily be like ideal, so something that would be like straightforward, like somebody an introvert who wouldn't like identify as like a blue. What would that look like?
I mean, I remember what I was gonna say, but it's not relevant now. But I'll listen to another thing. Like, for orange introvert, like an orange introvert could be like someone who's very, I guess maybe it's just like let's say his name is like Ricky or something, and he really likes to go like outdoors, and so he's very adventurous and he's very adaptable, but he really finds like his energy from being alone in nature or something like that. But he's still an orange because he has like that adventurous kind of wild side, but his energy is drawn from being alone in nature. So that would be like
And lots of actors and actresses.
Yeah.
Introverts in their natural place. I think Danny, maybe you were getting, I don't know if this is what you're trying to say, but that some colors seem like they would be one or the other. It's like oranges, everyone always assumes oranges are extroverts. Blues and greens might seem more introverted because of the desire for, deep relationships or thinking, and so it might seem like they're one or the other, but in reality, like Kristen said, every color has both. I think,
No, that's
so,
exactly.
so then an example of an extroverted green would be, like, is that an oxymoron to some people who have that?
Right. So knowing that there's these scopes to the different colors, what are things like why is it beneficial to know that there's introversion and extroversion within each other? Why how can that happen?
I think this goes a lot to like the first ones of individuals. Like, I think learning this is an important caveat to learning leadership colors because it helps you recognize that like individual people, even within a color, have different needs, and like interact with people differently than like, well, let me say someone else who like identifies as literally the opposite of introversion or extroversion within that same color. So just being able to recognize like how people interact with each other, what they need in order to be successful in that capacity, that's really important.
Especially working together on big projects, right? Kind of like what we talked about earlier with holding someone accountable. You have to know like what level they're on or what part of the section that they put in. How could this be dangerous? How could it be dangerous to put these things?
Yeah, I think it's what Sarah said earlier was our language, and so putting up on the board that our ground rule was an actual rule that that we weren't supposed to not be on your phones and you're supposed to be connecting with people at break. The intention behind that is to make sure that people are getting to know each other and not appearing to not want to be involved, but the consideration is not of people who might need that. So I think that becomes really dangerous because the intention of an extrovert could be taken very poorly or be very hard for an introvert.
So moving forward in our events, what the programs that we have coming up, what are things that we can do, like specific goals or specific things that we can do to make sure that we're not like labeling and we're utilizing the information that we have about each other, being introverts, extroverts, green, blues, and oranges, what can we do specifically?
I think it was
What Andrew said about like, just recognizing we all have it in our minds. I think that's I forget about introverts all the time.
And also for like really specific things, like something that like something you could do like is also communicate with each other about like what your needs are. Because I know like as someone who's introverted, it's very hard for me, especially because most of my friends are very extroverted. It's very hard for me to express like, I just need this time for me. Like I need to take a break right now. Because I mean, oftentimes I'm afraid to. So like maybe like a specific thing that like I personally can do is just be more willing to express to everyone that like, hey, I need this time. Like this is time to like, relax so that I can get back on this and move on like in 15 minutes.
I think that's what is so dangerous about our society is that I think we are conditioned to think that extroversion is the way that's supposed to be. So like now you're feeling that you have to be the one to voice that to us and not for extroverts to be like, and it is like, oh, why do you need to take a break from us? And it's more looked down upon as opposed to, why do you always have to be like talking to me and doing things like that or having activity or going crazy? That's more of a positive connotation than what the introversion side is. And so, sorry, Elias is an introvert. My husband is an introvert, and so that drives me insane. But I'm always right, so it's always his fault, I guess. That he has to do that, right? And then I'm like, hello, I'm ready to go. Like we need to go, but no, I don't want to do anything today because we were out with everybody yesterday. But then, why do you have to stay home? I want to go be are my friends not good enough? Is my family not good enough? Like, you need to come and you need to be a part of this, but then it's not actually giving, it's seen poorly. But it shouldn't be seen poorly. I don't know. It's hard to make that.
Whereas it could be like,
How to switch that.
why don't you like yourself? Why don't you want to hang out with yourself? Like, around people.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think it's really important to like know that there and just like colors, like there are parts in everyone that are a little bit of both. At least for me, I don't know if this is accurate for everyone. So like not even like having to label, like you said, what how can we not label? Just understand more of like each person's process, not in a label, but say like how do you recharge, but also like it's different in the morning. Like people say, I know Mark always said, in the morning, what are you more inclined to do? Like cuddle with someone or like just think by yourself? And for me, I like to cuddle. So like I'm extroverted in that way, so there's always blurred lines, and I think that's the most important part of not labeling is knowing that every situation is going to be different. So you just have to get down to what people want and what people need at that time, and not being like, oh, you're an extrovert, so you need this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So just kind of that balance between understanding other people, but also vocalizing if you're like we need someone to understand you.
You still want to say?
Yeah, it's a little on that, and it's like I understand who you're sorry. Brain's extrovert and introvert, but it's like it's a spectrum. It's not like you are an introvert and you are an extrovert and there's nothing else. Like it is a spectrum. You can be like an introvert that's kind of like you're like a little closer to the extrovert side. Like you're not just one thing. So like depends on the situation.
Yeah.
So it's like
And that's where like the colors do go in because I'm blue and I like connection. So like yeah.
yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Sit down. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for sharing. We appreciate it.
Alright. So Kevin and Danny can go ahead and step out. If you want to go out right here, well then we'll just meet you out right here. Actually, sorry, before you leave, anybody know? Can anybody tell what their restriction was?
No activity.
That's the one we keep.
No activity.
The first one.
I mean, I've guessed it for the past 3 times, so I figured at some point I had to get it right.
It was coming.
you do know you're
I mean, like if I was
straight.
just starting, like it's just a
Complexity.
I get very.
Vega.
Do you guys have any more?
So can you, Wilson and Chandler, can you?